run deep among multiples, and for a trio of identical sisters in spring, they run deeper still. Greg Rugen offers a glimpse into the world's only known deaf-blind triplets.
When you have a child in the NICU, you're afraid of everything.
First came the darkness.
I was thinking, don't say it, don't say it, I don't want to hear it.
Then came the silence.
I was terrified that they just thought I quit talking to them.
A terrible penalty for arriving 24 weeks too soon. Triplets, sisters. Together they weighed less than 4 pounds. Doctors describe what happened with words like retinopathy and ototoxicity. They produced a heart-rending bottom line. By April 30th, 2000, Zoe, Sophie, and Emma shared more than a second birthday. Each was severely deaf and blind. 2 can see nothing at all.
Knowing that my children weren't going to see and weren't going to hear, every time I saw a beautiful sunset or heard some music that moved me, it was an assault to me. You know, it felt like it was an injury all over again because I would never be able to share those things with them.
Largely alone, with only the abiding support of daughter Sarah, Liz said about a task so difficult, so draining, it simply defies description. Caring for 3 girls who possessed no point of reference, no ability to make sense of nearly all they encountered. A world soaked in understandable fear of the cruel unknown.
But I remember hitting that wall and feeling like I couldn't do anything more for the girls, that I had used every last ounce of energy and every last ounce of reserve that I had. And that was a terrible feeling because I felt like I'm all they have, and here I am thinking about myself.
By the time the triplets turned 4, Liz needed rescue, and seemingly out of nowhere, the cavalry arrived. An old college boyfriend who fell in love at first sight with perhaps the most challenging prepackaged on the planet.
They are so worth it. To be able to know them has been just a joy for me.
A joy, certainly, but also a jolt beyond George's most onerous expectation. You see, even with the cochlear implants that offer a form of hearing by stimulating the girls' auditory nerves, learning for the triplets proceeds at what can seem like a glacial pace.
Wherever they're at, if they can't reach it, it doesn't exist.
That's left these parents perpetually haunted by the hard question, are we doing enough?
I don't ever want to come to the day in my life where I have to look at these girls and say, I couldn't get it done. I couldn't give you what you needed.
There you go. Socks are on. Finished.
And what each of these girls needs most desperately is a human bridge like Mackenzie. A highly trained intervener, filling moment by moment the cavernous gap loss of sight and sound has opened.
They cannot learn by accident.
What Annie Sullivan was to Helen Keller, Mackenzie is to Zoe.
Good job.
But because of the cost, which can reach $60,000 a year, sisters Emma and Sophie must wait for money to be raised, for their world to be opened.
I love them so much because I've seen them fight through so many things, and I respect them so much for not giving up and being so brave to face another day and to try new things, and they are my inspiration.
It is inspiration you will find on most spring days rolling down Aughton Drive. A family, not so different than others, fighting with each passing second to make the most of their lives.
It's what we do, and that's what makes us who we are.
In spring, Greg Rugen, Fox 26 News.
And they are doing a great job of making the most of it. If you'd like to help the triplets or just learn more about deaf blindness, you'll find a link on the news page of myfoxhouston.com.